Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Juice Baseball channel, and welcome back to an episode of the Toronto Blue Jays Legends Fantasy Draft Series here on MLB The Show 24. We enter the postseason of year number 2. Last season, we didn't make the postseason. We had a very, very rough first year, winning only 70 games, which is kind of wild. I don't know if I've ever lost 92 games in a Legends series before, but it happened in year 1 of this series. But then in the offseason, I vowed that we would never have a situation like that again, and we went out and spent so much money that it would make anybody blush. Even Scrooge McDuck. He would blush over the amount of money we spent on the players on this team now. And they all performed fairly well, getting us to win a bunch of games. We won 100 games this year, so a 30-game improvement over what we won just last season. We end up being the number 1 overall seed in the entire playoffs, winning 100 games. And we will take on the Baltimore Orioles, who, in the last episode, I'm pretty sure we played a couple of times, or at least one time, and beat them. Yeah, here we have a 3-game set where we swept them there. Did we play them at all? Yeah, we swept them again here in September, so the 2 times that we played the Baltimore Orioles in last episode, we swept them both times. So I wouldn't think that they would have much against us. But this is a different ballgame. This is the playoffs. This is postseason baseball. Throw everything away when you get to postseason baseball. So they also had to go through a wild card round where they swept the A's in 2 games. So they've already had a little bit of hardening in the postseason to get to where they are right now. We've kind of just been chilling back on the couch waiting for somebody to play, and here we go. So how this is going to work is we are going to quick sim and quick manage each game of the postseason unless it gets to an elimination game against our team. Like if we're on the ropes of elimination, then we will focus in on that game. And the only way we will have another episode in the postseason if it gets to a Game 7 of the World Series. No other Game 7 we will have a full episode of. But if we do manage to get to the World Series and for some reason have to go to get 7 games against whoever the other team that we play in the National League, that Game 7 will be its own separate episode next episode. If not, if we just win the World Series or get eliminated, whenever we get eliminated or win the World Series in this episode, then the next episode will be the will be the offseason. So that is how it's going to work. So let's get started here with game number 1. Santana's on the mound, and I'm pretty sure Johan won the Cy Young this year? Somebody won the Cy Young, I'm pretty sure. No, it was Jose Fernandez, that's right. Jose Fernandez, because he dominated with his strikeouts and his record and all kinds of stuff. But I thought that they should have gave it to Bob Gibson because he dominated more so than what Fernandez did, but Bob had 9 losses and Fernandez had 4, and I think that's what separated the two. So Jose Fernandez has the Cy Young. He pitches in Game 3, which could very well be the end of the series if we win these first 2 games. But it's Johan versus Sandy Koufax. Big game. Very, very big game. We have 42 players on the 40-man roster. How did that happen? Oh, because we have some injuries? Is that what it is? We might have some guys back from injury. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to take some of these prospects off the 40-man, I would assume. So, Jace Young is going to have to come off the 40-man. Can I not release him from the 40-man? How do I do that? Oh, do I have to take guys off the 40-man that are... How do I get players off the 40-man? I don't know how to do that, in the postseason at least. It doesn't give me an option to remove from 40-man. There is another guy on the AAA roster that shouldn't be there. Oh, it's because Elliot... Oh, he's back on rehab assignment. Okay. Excuse me. Elliot de la Cruz is back on his rehab assignment. So is George Brett. So they're still injured for a couple more days. They'll come back up to the playoff roster, hopefully. Can I just put them on the playoff roster now? Add to playoff roster? Yeah, I want them on the playoff roster so that when they are healthy, they can actually help us out. So we need to move 2 guys down that shouldn't be up there. We'll take Azuña and we'll move him off the 40-man or off the playoff roster. And we'll take off probably Dustin Pedroia or maybe Stanton. Probably I don't know. Because we brought in 2 infielders, but Ellie can play the outfield if he needs to. He's fast enough. He can probably play the outfield. But I'll probably take off either Sandoval or Pedroia. Who do we not need? Probably, I mean, Sandoval's really only for power. Pedroia can hit a little power, and he's got more fielding stuff, so I think Sandoval's going to get moved off the 40-man, unfortunately. And then we'll take somebody from AAA, and we'll move them down to AA. Okay, perfect. So I don't know if that fixed the situation. Probably not, actually. Yeah, we still have 42 on the 40-man. I'm just going to have fixed 40-man roster because I want to see what they do. Garrett Clevenger's been waived, and Zach Greinke has been waived. Okay, so those are two guys that I don't really care about, but it's interesting that they did that. They designated for an assignment. Okay. Where's Greinke at? He's probably down here, isn't he? Yeah, because I haven't made him better. Okay, that's good to know. That's good to know. I'll do that all in the postseason episode if I remember. Or why do I keep saying that? In the off-season episode. Okay, so now that they fixed that for me, we don't have two valid lineups. Oh, that's probably because I took Pedroia out and I think he was starting while Cruz was hurt. Pedroia, actually no, we took Sandoval was starting at third base, but Brett's still injured. So Pedroia's going to have to play third base for at least game 1 and probably game 2 until either George Brett or Elliot De La Cruz gets healthy. So hopefully that'll be quick. But we're going to quick manage this game. Game 1 in Toronto. Quick counts are on. Santana's on the mound. This is the lineup. This is the 1 through 9. It looks like they changed a little bit. Bo Jackson's hitting number 9 now. I don't really like that. I'd rather have like Tony Gwynn hitting 9 so that we can have an extra leadoff man, technically. Then Pedroia, Piazza. Okay, I like that a little bit better. Excuse me, I'm having a little problem with my coughing a little bit. I'm in my throat. But this is the team that we got. We're gonna rock into game 1. Let's see if we can do this. So Johan Santana, I'm gonna need you to dominate. He got a double play. That's perfect. But a double play happens on the other side too. So, ooh, but 3 straight strikeouts. Double from Beltran, a walk from Piazza, and a ground out from Pedroia. But Tony Gwynn, knock him in. Yes, Tony Gwynn. That's why you put him in number 9. He gets 2 RBIs and a solo home run from Kirk Gibson. Johan Santana allows a home run. Not ideal, Johan. Single, fielder's choice, ground out. Come on, boys. Mike Piazza with a solo homer, 3-1. I have a feeling that Sandy's not going to go too much longer, especially if Buff Bagwell's hitting home runs. Santana, I'm keeping an eye on. There we go. They finally pulled him in the 6th. I'm keeping an eye on Santana's energy here. He's only allowed that one run. A 2-run homer from Cal Ripken Jr. of all people. Not what I expected. It's 6-1. JP France must not have been the right choice to bring in. Santana is still riding high, and he gets the complete game shutout. Well, not shutout, but complete game. 6-1. Good job, Johan. A beautiful first game. And now we go to game number 2 with Randy Johnson, a big unit. Going to slap his big unit on the table and say, I'm Randy Johnson. Here we go. Game number 2. Let's have just a good game as we had in the first game. But we're going up against Spencer Strider, which is not an easy task. And Randy allows one run. So it's 1-0 Orioles. An error, a stolen base. But we get out of the inning. Good job. Come on, I know it's Spencer Strider, but we can do this. Strider's really not used any energy, but there it is. Jeff Bagwell with another home run, his second home run of the postseason. And it's a back-to-back with Frank the Tank. Frank Thomas hits a back-to-back home run, so it's 3-1 now. Get some more runs, and I would appreciate that. I think this is probably going to be Randy's last inning. I think the 6th is probably Randy's last inning, so we're going to make a pitching change here. Oops. Pitching change. We're going to bring in the Goose. Goose Gotch is coming in. And that's a bad idea. Austin Wells 2-run homer. Okay. That's not ideal. Come on, Goose. Get another out. There you go. Good job. Pitching change. Mark Leiter Jr. comes in. Nothing happens. It's the top of the 9th. Pitching change. Vida Blue. Maybe I should have brought him in the first time. I don't know. 1 run scored. It's 4-3. 1 run scored. It's 5-3. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We are in trouble. And that's the ball game. The Orioles have beat the Blue Jays 5-3. Not ideal. George Brett is back healthy. De La Cruz is back healthy. So that's good. We can put George Brett back in the third base hole. And I need to make sure that this lineup is correct. So George Brett's going to hit 9. Gwynn hits 8. Okay, that's a little bit better. And then we'll switch Piazza and Beltran. Okay, perfect. Cool with that. 1-1 in the series. Jose Fernandez, the Cy Young winner, takes the mound for game number 3. We're in Oriole Park. I was hoping that this would be the game that ends the series, but unfortunately it is not. Good start with a double by Ripken Jr. Bases loaded. 3 runs have scored on a Piazza double. It's 4-0. That's how you start game number 3, but they're starting just as good. Come on, Fernandez. Good job. No runs allowed. We could stop at 4-0. I'd be totally happy with that. But we add another one. Frank Thomas, another home run. He has number 5, or gives us a 5-0 run lead. But Nootbaar with a home run gets the Orioles on the board. Okay, Jose, just calm down a little bit. Ranger Suarez. We've had history with Ranger Suarez in the Padres series, that's for sure. And this probably is Rangers' last inning, I would assume. And yes, they bring in JP France again, but last time JP France was in, we cooked him. So hopefully we can do that again. We don't do that in the first inning. Come on, Jose. Oh, it's another run allowed. Jose Fernandez, come on. 2 runs allowed in the inning. Do we take Jose out? I think we let him go another inning. Sack bunt, walk, ground out. Good job, Jose. Double, leadoff double by Beltran. 1 run scored, 6-3. Okay, Jose's done. We're going to bring in Felix Bautista. And he immediately allows a home run to Carlos Delgado. Single strikeout. Come on, boys. Come on. Okay, and then we're going to bring in Mariano Rivera. Shut the door, Mariano. And he did, right? Yes, he did. Shut the door. 6-4 victory. We have a 2-1 series lead over the Orioles. All we need is one more game. And we move on to the ALCS against what it looks like to be the Royals, but who knows? So it's Bob Gibson on the mound. He dominated. Should have won the Cy Young. But he had too many losses. So hopefully he can continue that dominance here in game number 4. Double by Bagwell. 1 run scored on the Frank Thomas single, but no other runs are scored. Come on, Bob. He allows an immediate single. Bases are loaded, ground out. He gets out of danger, but it's 1-1. Come on, Bob. Bases are loaded. Good job. Bob Gibson's getting a little bit dangerous. He's playing with fire here. Single, single, double play. Good job. Good job. But we need to get some more momentum on offense. Fly out, ground out, strikeout. Come on, guys. It's going pretty quick, this game. But there it is. 1 run scored on the double from George Brett. He's back healthy, and he's making an impact. This is probably going to be Bob's last inning. And he does a good job. They bring in Mark Leiter Jr., and he gets 3 straight. We're going to bring in Vita Blue. And he does a good job. Beautiful job. Double play, ground out. Okay, now we're going to bring in Mariano to shut the door. End the series, Mariano. Fly out. And that's it. Yes! Mariano Rivera saves the game. Blue Jays move on to the ALCS. Absolutely perfect. Who's it going to be? Ooh, it's 2-2. And it's the Tigers that upset the number 2 seeded Royals. Wow, the Tigers are the 6th seed. And they upset the Royals in the ALDS. That's kind of crazy, actually. The Reds lose to the Giants, unfortunately. So it'll be the Mets and the Giants in the NLCS. Ooh, this is getting crazy. Okay, Martinez on the mound for Game 1 of the ALCS. I think we can do this. We're the best team in baseball. We can do what we need to do. Come on, Pedro. This is why we brought you into the club. For games like this. Solo homer from Jeff Bagwell. That's a good start. They got Phil Niekro on the mound for them. The Tigers do. So far, it's been only the 1 run. There it is, finally. The double. Man, Frank Thomas has been killing it. He might win playoff MVP if we get further. Because he's been killing it. So is Bagwell, though, to be fair. All right, Pedro, don't. Oh, my God. Aaron Judge with a 3-run homer ties the game just like that. Pedro Martinez kind of selling right there. Come on, Pedro. Good job. I need some more magic to happen. That's a fielder's choice. We're at the top of the 6th. It's 3-3. Nope. It's 4-3. Okay. Let's get some. There we go. 5-4 with a double from Jackie. A double from Jackie Robinson. And another single from Cal Ripken Jr. makes it 6-4. And I think Pedro's day is done. Vita Blue's coming in. A triple from Irvin, but we get it out. And that's a Frank Thomas home run. He's got like 3 or 4 of those now. He's been unbelievable. Tony Gwynn's a triple makes it 8-4. And then a double from Jackie makes it 10-4. Okay, I think I feel pretty comfortable with this one. Pitching change, but this one is pretty much over at this point. We're going to bring in Goose Gossage to end the game. And he will do just that. They get another run, but it doesn't matter because it's 10-5. We take game 1 against the Tigers. That is exactly what we wanted to do. Now it's Dontrell Willis versus Johan Santana. All right, here we go. Game number 2 in Toronto. What has Johan Santana got up his sleeve? Hopefully some good stuff. Hopefully Dontrell Willis doesn't have anything up his sleeve. But we can't get anything going through 2 innings. Okay. Couple singles back-to-back, but we get out of the inning. Single pop-up walk. 3-run homer. Cal Ripken Jr. putting up the power. Not the guy that I would expect to be hitting those home runs. And Young with another home run. I think that's his 2nd of the series. That's kind of crazy. He makes it 3-1. Johan pushing through these later innings now. A double from Jackie. But nothing comes of it. Couple ground outs. Come on, Johan. There we go. Get out of the inning. Good job. Pitching change, but we killed Gabe Spire last time he came in. And that's a double from Jackie scoring George Brett's 4-1. Pitching change. Johan, get through this inning. Good job, Johan. 1 run scored on the Bo Jackson double. 2 runs scored on the Mike Piazza 2-run homer. It's 7-1. Exactly what we needed. We'll bring in Vita Blue to end the game. And that will do it. We take a 2-0 lead. We win both the games in Toronto. Absolutely perfect execution on how we wanted to do that. Now we just got to win 2 more. Randy Johnson and Jose Fernandez. Now Johnson kind of struggled in his game in the DS, the ALDS. So we'll see what happens here. But we go to Comerica Park, one of my favorite ballparks, just based on looks. Just looks beautiful. Satchel Paige, the other Satchel Paige, the slightly younger Satchel Paige, is on the mound for the Tigers. We got the bases loaded and we can't do anything with it. That's a little annoying. Come on, Randy. Good job. I need Randy Johnson to be Randy Johnson here. I don't like the fact that they've got Aaron Judge. He always scares me. Couple back-to-back singles, but a double play and a strikeout ends the inning. It was favorable. Solo home. Man, Cal Ripken Jr. I didn't know he had this power in him, but he's been showing his power like crazy. And then a 3-run homer from Mike Piazza. They bring in Zach Greinke, the other Zach Greinke. Wow. Kind of crazy. The guys that you wouldn't expect. Bagwell with a home run. It's 5-0. The guys that you wouldn't expect to have the power are having the power today in this postseason. I don't care who has the power, really. I just hope that we win games. That's all I care about. Andres Munoz comes in, and I'm going to let Randy finish the game. Complete game shutout for Randy Johnson. He slapped his big unit on the table. It's 3-0. And they've got, they got their City Connect uniforms, and that's pretty cool. Jose Fernandez, the Cy Young winner, will head to Game 4. It's a 2-2 series over the NLCS. So if we can get this game over with and sweep the Tigers in 4, then we'll be just sitting chilling while the NLCS is taking more games. Come on, boys. We just need one more win. That's all it takes. One win is all it takes. Runner thrown out. There it is. 1 run scored on the Tony Gwynn single. 2-run homer from Jackson Merrill, of all people. Gives the Tigers a 2-1 lead. It's okay. It's a long game. Thomas with a double, RBI double. And then a double from Bo Jackson. RBI double from him makes it 3-2. Double play gets us out of the inning. Come on, boys. There it is. Cal Ripken Jr. with another home run. This time it was a 2-run homer, and then Bo Jackson with a 3-runner. It's 8-2. That's the power I'm talking about, man. That is what we signed all those guys for. For moments like this in the postseason where we can bank on that power. Another 2-run homer from Bo Jackson. He is 4 for 4 today. Wow. Bo Jackson said, this is the ending here. We're not going any more games. Another single run scored. Sac fly RBI. It's 12-2. An error. Oh my God. We are absolutely cooking the Tigers in game number 4. This one's over. Jose, I'll give you the game. There it is. The Blue Jays are champions. We win the pennant. We go to the World Series to take on either the Giants or the Mets. And right now it's 3-2 Mets. And it'll be the Mets who win in 6 games. So it's the Toronto Blue Jays versus the New York Mets in the World Series. Who's on this Mets baseball team? Hank Aaron, young Bryce Harper, Shohei, Cy Young, Paul Molitor, Camilo Doval, Freddie Freeman, Brian Abreu. Okay, so they got some guys at the top of their lineup that could be a little scary, like these two, plus Shohei. But I think we've got overall the better team. And they want Bob Gibson to take the mound in Game 1 of the World Series. You know what? I don't really hate that much. Let's go. Let's do this. We got our City Connect. Ooh, those City Connects look fire. We might have to rock those in next episode, like in an actual full game. Maybe on opening day we rock those, because those look fire. But we're rocking them here. Okay, Game 1 of the World Series. Here we go. Let's start hot. This is how you set the tone in a World Series. This is how you set the tone in a World Series. You got to start hot. Which team will do just that? So far, it's a pitching duel, but Freddie Freeman has a solo homer to give the Mets a 1-run lead. Correa, okay, nothing doing on their side that inning. Bob Gibson settling down after the home run. But Shohei, he's a dominant pitcher for a reason. He gets out of danger there. A walk, a single, a line out. Come on, no, come on. Oh my God, you had a guy on third and couldn't score. What are we doing? Solo homer right off the bat. Lead off with Piazza. The pizza man delivers. It's pizza time, baby. Sac fly RBI. It's 2-1. And a 2-run homer from Buff. Oh, they made the wrong pitching change. That's for sure. All right, we are bottom 8. We are top 9, 4-1. We're bringing in Mariano to shut the door in Game 1 of the World Series, and he does just that. The Blue Jays take Game 1 of the World Series. It's a 1-0 lead. I got to see some of these stats before we jump into the next game. I got to see how these pitchers or how these players are doing. So Jackie Robinson's hitting .333 with 5 RBIs. Cal Ripken has 4 home runs in the postseason. Bagwell's got 5 with 8 RBIs. Frank's got 3 and 7 RBIs with .303 average. Bo's not hitting very well, but when he has, he's been dominating. Carlos Beltran hasn't really been doing much. Piazza's been hitting very well. Tony Gwynn's done okay, and then George Brett, since he came back, has not been performing too well. I might switch this out for De La Cruz. Let's get some fresh legs in there for game number 2. Maybe even the same thing for Beltran. Let's take Beltran out, and let's put in... No, I trust Beltran. We'll let Beltran cook. All right, Game 2 of the World Series. Game 2 of the World Series still here in Toronto. Martinez is on the mound. All right, Pedro. And he just struck out the side to start the game. That's pretty crazy. Talk about setting the tone. We get out of that inning. Ellie De La Cruz is coming up soon. Here's Ellie De La Cruz, and he struck out. Okay, Ellie. Not what I wanted. Hank Aaron with a RBI double. Mets lead 1-0. But that's okay. They were up 1-0 in the 3rd inning last time, but this time they're up 2-0. Come on, guys. Stop getting fielder's choices. Oh, Pedro, what is happening? 3-0 Mets lead. Do I pull Pedro? I think I pull Pedro. We bring in John Smoltz. Schmaltzy's coming in. We need to get some momentum here, boys. Come on. It's still 3-0. Oh, this is not looking good at all. Oh, bases loaded, fielder's choice. We need some momentum here. This is the momentum. There it is. 1 run scored on the Bagwell RBI. A walk, bases loaded. Bo Jackson strikes out. Beltran, 1 run scored. Piazza. Fielder's choice. Tony Gwynn. 1 run scored. It's tied. Ellie strikes out. Oh, my God. Ellie De La Cruz. Did I make the wrong decision? Switching Ellie. Maybe George Brett would have done something there. We go bottom 9 with a chance to walk it off. A double for Jackie's a great way to start. Ground out. Strikeout. Walk. Bo Jackson. Ground out. No. We go to extras. Okay, but any time now we can walk it off. At any moment. Triple from Tony Gwynn. 2-out triple. And a ground out from Ellie. Why, Ellie? I put you in for a reason. But a solo homer from Cal Ripken Jr. walks it off. Cal Ripken Jr. is a god amongst men. A god amongst men. And you know what, Ellie? You didn't get a single hit. You struck out a couple of times. George Brett's coming back in. George Brett's coming back in. Okay, so we lead 2-0 in the series over the Mets. They want Johan to take the mound in Game 3. Do I feel comfortable with that? Probably, yeah, I think I do. So Johan will take the mound. All right, Game 3 in Citi Field. Stolen base. Mulder's making some dangerous moves, and he gets a sac fly RBI. So the Mets lead 1-0. Single, fly out, single, bases loaded. Ripken. Oh, the one time Cal Ripken actually had the world watching. He doesn't do anything. Strikeout, ground out. Okay, don't worry. We're a rallying team. We are a rallying team. There it is. Jackie with the double, or with the single. Gets the RBI. And then Cal Ripken gets the RBI single. And then a 3-run homer from Buff. I told you we're a rallying team. It just takes 1 inning. Just takes 1 inning to get the job done. 5-1. Johan allows a double from Carlson. And another run scored. Okay, Johan. That might... Oh, my God, Johan Santana. Get out of the inning, big dog. Okay. Johan's done. Johan's done. I don't know what happened there, but he allowed all those runs to come back. Johan Santana selling his soul to the devil. Carlos Beltran. I'm correct in not allowing him to leave the game. Hank Aaron with a home run. Stolen base, strikeout, ground out. It's still tied at 6. But another run scored by Jeff. Okay, Vida, I think your day is done as well. We're going to bring in Felix Bautista. They pinch hit Bryce Harper, but he didn't do anything. Top of the 9th. Come on, just get another run. Okay, it's 7-6. Mariano, shut the door, please. Ground out, strikeout, ball game. 3-0 lead in the World Series. The Toronto Blue Jays are 1 game away from a World Series championship. And Randy Johnson will take the mound. He's coming off of a big shutout, complete game. I think it was a shutout. It might have just been a complete game in the last time he was on the mound here in the postseason. So hopefully we can get this job done and end it. End it in a sweep, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I'm asking for. Double from Beltran. Come on, Randy. Solo homer from Colt Keith, of all people. Mets lead 1-0. Error, bases loaded. Bagwell strikes out. Fielder's choice. Doesn't get anybody in. We've had the bases loaded a few different times. Triple from Tony Gwynn scores a run. Single, walk, bases loaded, fly out. Good job, Randy, getting out of that. Another walk, strikeout. It's Josiah Gray. Come on, guys. It's just Josiah Gray. Single, fielder's choice. 1 run scored on the double from Correa. Mets lead 2-1. Randy's day is done here in the 7th. We're going to go to John Smoltz. Abreu, single from Thomas, ground out. Bottom of the 8th. Camilo Duvall's in to shut the door on us. And that's the game. So it will not be a sweep. We will not sweep the Mets. That's kind of annoying, actually. I thought we could do it. We just couldn't get any runs that game. The bats just weren't awake. And the bats were just not waking up. Let's go, Jose Fernandez. He's the Cy Young for a reason. He's the Cy Young for a reason. We gotta do the job. Ohtani is on the mound, which I don't like because Ohtani's good. Correa with a single, but nothing coming from it. This is back and forth. This is a pitching duel, but now it's getting a little dangerous. Mets lead 1-0. Mets lead 3-0. 1 run scored on the Frank Thomas triple. That must have been hit deep if Frank Thomas is getting a triple. We also get a double, a walk, bases loaded for George Brett. 1 run scored. Jackie, fielder's choice, 3-3. Cal Ripken, grand slam, Cal Ripken Jr. Give that man the key to the city. Oh my God. Cal Ripken Jr. Bo Naylor with a solo homer and a double. Oh my God. Cal Ripken Jr. Absolute insanity. Ground out, double, walk, strikeout, fielder's choice. I'm going to take Fernandez out. We're going to bring in Vida Blue. Come on, boys. Get to the end. I would appreciate a couple more runs, but it looks like we're not going to get that. Whew. Let's get through one more half inning. Oh, another run I'll take. A couple fielder's choices and a ground out. We had bases loaded. We had 2 fielder's choices and a ground out. All right, well, Mariano Rivera's coming in to end the game. Strikeout, walk. I'm jumping in. Game 5 of the World Series. It all comes down to this. 7-4. Freeman launches one into the stratosphere, but it's only as deep as Bo Jackson in left field. And there are 2 outs in the game. This one, Hank Aaron is the final hope for Mets fans around the world. 1-1 count. Stares at a fastball, strike 2. Mariano Rivera has the weight of Toronto and the entire country of Canada on his shoulders. And Hank Aaron stares at a slider for ball 2. Here comes the cutter. For Canada! And he fouls it off. Mariano Rivera. The slider. He hits it foul. Hank Aaron will not die. He wants to win a World Series, but Mariano won't let him. Grounder, past first base, down the side, it's fair. Down into the corner, get it in. 82 speed, he's going home. Could this be the end of the game? Bagwell! He's going to be safe, and it's an RBI double for Hank Aaron. 7-5, the Mets are still in this. The young Bryce Harper, the prospect, the up-and-comer will survive. Bo Jackson, does he have the arm strength? 81 speed, he's out, and that's the ball game. The Blue Jays are world champions. Hank Aaron tried to make it a run-run game, and he gets thrown out from the outfield. And the Toronto Blue Jays are World Series champions in year number 2 of the Legend Series. Hank Aaron tried, man. You got to respect it. But he only had 81 speed. Not quick enough for the cannon of an arm that Bo Jackson possesses. And we did it, boys. After winning 70 games in year 1 and vowing to never have a season like that ever again in this series, we went out and spent exorbitant amounts of money to bring in the pieces needed to go all the way. And judging by the reactions of the players and the fans, it was worth it. There is the trophy and your 2025 World Series champions, the Toronto Blue Jays. What a beautiful sight. What a beautiful sight. The 3rd title in Blue Jay history. Amazing. Amazing, amazing, amazing. We did it for Canada. Cal Ripken Jr., man. I mean, that grand slam in the 4th inning was absolutely unreal. Absolutely unreal. If he doesn't hit that grand slam, who knows what happens? Who knows what happens? Okay, so let's take a look at these final awards. It's got to be Cal, right? Yeah, Cal Ripken. Frank Thomas wins the World Series MVP. But postseason MVP goes to Cal Ripken. Well-deserved. He hit .327 with 5 home runs and 14 RBIs. And maybe the most important RBI or the most important home run of the entire postseason with that grand slam in the World Series Game 5. The Angels were world champions in year 1, and now we are world champions in year number 2. We did it. It was successful. Congratulations go all around. Next episode will be the offseason where we look to bring in even more talented pieces and look to repeat in year 3. Hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I truly appreciate it, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.